9:30 this evening, we got calls to our 911 center about shots fired at the establishment, and that people were taking fire. As officers arrived and were on the way, we got multiple reports of an active shooter, possibly coming from a boat that was out in the intercoastal waterway. We have multiple agencies that have responded to assist Southport tonight, to include Oak Island, Boiling Spring Lake, Shallotte, the North Carolina SBI is here, ATF is with us, the district attorney is here on site with us. Multiple partners are here across the county and the state, so we're certainly appreciative of that. Unfortunately, we do have 3 deceased at the establishment that we are dealing with right now, working the crime scene, and we have possibly 6 that are injured at local hospitals that are receiving treatment. We don't have the names and will not be releasing any names right now due to notifications that need to be made to those families. We just ask that you keep those that have been affected by this in your prayers and your thoughts. Our community tonight, I want to say that I'm comfortable to say that there is no, we don't feel like there's any additional threats to the community right now. We're working with neighboring Oak Island with a possible suspect, but we'll have more information on that at a later time.
And this situation is getting real crazy. In the last 24 hours, there have been pow-pows in Texas and casinos where people been unalive. We know we got the situation in Michigan at the church. We got the situation with this guy Nigel Edge, whose name was original Sean the Vowsy or whatever. He's suffering from mental illness. He's an ex-military. They already calling him left wing. He's a radical left winger, ex-military guy. He's upset with the United States. He was saying that there was some W supremacist LGBT pedo ring that was after him. He just saying all kinds of stuff. This guy got on a boat, got an AR-15 with a silencer, rode up to the fish company in North Carolina restaurant and just opened fire, unaliving people. Right? I mean, it's just crazy. And it's been a bunch of it's been a bunch of pow-powing all over this country. Now, I'm waiting for Donald Trump to make a statement, but right now, the radical right and the radical left is running off this us versus them, hate versus good, and the people on the ground are the ones being affected by this. W America right now is under attack, under fire, because from other people from the W America community, they are just going crazy. Pandemonium is running wild. I'm telling foundational Black Americans, stay out of those establishments. Mind your business. Stay out of the way. Go home with your family. Do not be in those bars and all those restaurants. Because right now, the climate is thick. It's thick. And people are losing their lives, man. Because you got a lot of crazy nutbags running around here, man. A lot of them are ex-military. They handy with the steel. And they unaliving people, man. And I'm telling a lot of you Black conservatives, I want to know what y'all got to say about this. A lot of you W supremacist trolls, leave our spaces alone. We're not the ones doing it. We're not the ones doing it. But let's look at what some of the people is reporting on this situation. We'll come right back.
I can't believe I'm talking about 4 different shootings in one video. There was the North Carolina shooting, the boat shooting, where homie this guy got on a boat and from his boat shot at people who were at this waterfront bar. You cannot make this up. Shooting number 2, Bourbon Street in New Orleans. There was a shooting that left 1 man dead and 3 people injured last night. There was the shooting at the church this morning that just happened where the church is on fire. Homie drives his car into the side of the building of the church. Church catches fire and then he starts to shoot people. 2 people dead in that occurrence and he killed himself. 9 people injured. And then there was a shooting at a casino where 2 people died and I believe 4 people were injured. This all happened in the last 24 hours. Yes. What is going on in America, bro? What is going on?
Another mass shooting. In this case, the alleged suspect escorted Kelly Pickler to the Country Music Awards in 2012 as her date. During this time, his name was Sean D.B. Voice. He changed his name recently to Nigel Edge, but this individual hopped into his speedboat, pulled up to a waterfront restaurant in Southport, North Carolina, and opened fire on a crowd of people, unaliving 3 people and injuring 5. One individual is holding on to their dear life right now as we speak. He did not know any of these individuals. After he did his boat buy, he floated out of there, and they end up eventually the authorities end up catching up to him. There's no motives at this time, and he did not know the people. But this is a wild story, and it seems like it's a reoccurring factor in these stories that they don't want to address. But anyway, condolences to the family, and I know that community is shaken up because that's wild. Like a boat buy? You telling me you pulling up in boats now?
In 2012, this guy he accompanied country singer Kelly Pickler to the Country Music Awards, right? I don't know how he knew her, but I know he accompanied her, right? He wrote a book called Headshots that described his injuries that he had and his struggles, right? Now this guy, he got IET attacks. He had sharp metal in his head. He suffered from PTSD, and he was schizophrenic. So this guy was a ticking time bomb, allegedly, so they say, just waiting to explode. And last night, he exploded, and he exploded in a big way. And when he exploded, people lost their lives. People lost their lives. Now I want to know what the Democratic Party and the Republican Party got to say about this, because these guys are fighting out in the open, and they're saying it's good versus evil. They're taking shots at each other. And look at what's happening in America. Look at what's happening to the American people. These people that are being unalive are not even politicians. They're just regular U.S. citizens. But let's look at what the news is reporting on this situation with this guy.
Some facts that we have at this time is that we believe that this was a targeted location. We appear that he acted in what we call a lone wolf. He acted alone. This is highly premeditated from what we're seeing at this time. And we feel there are no other threats to our community, that we do have someone in custody.
Police in North Carolina giving an update moments ago on the shooting at a waterfront bar in that state. The suspect has been arrested and is going to be charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. And with that, we welcome you inside, everybody. This is Fox News Live. I'm Kevin Cork in Washington. Police say the gunman opened fire on a busy restaurant from a nearby boat along the river. 3 people dying in that shooting. At least 5 others were wounded. Madison Scarpino has the very latest for us this afternoon. Maddie.
Yeah, Kevin, it's awful. Imagine just having food and drinks on the water, listening to live music, enjoying your Saturday night, and then someone in a boat starts shooting up the place. That's what happened last night in Southport, North Carolina. As you mentioned, 3 people now dead, at least 5 more are injured. We know some are fighting for their life, and we just got an update from local officials who say that the suspect is 40-year-old Nigel Edge.
This suspect identifies as a combat veteran. He self-identifies. Injured in the line of duty is what he's saying. He suffers from PTSD. We want to point those facts out. He acted alone. This is highly premeditated from what we're seeing at this time.
This is Edge's mugshot from overnight. He was arrested not long after the shooting. He's currently in jail without bond, and he's now facing 3 counts of first-degree murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, other charges, and the local DA says that we should be expecting some more. Now, right now, the motive is unclear, but we do know from his local police chief, he's not a stranger to law enforcement. Police say this all happened around 9:30 last night at the American Fish Company restaurant. It's at a local yacht basin about 30 miles south of Wilmington, a really popular spot. And the local district attorney says most of the people killed were not locals, but people who were on vacation in the coastal town. The Southport police chief says this is weighing really heavy on the small, tight-knit community. Here he is overnight.
November will be 8 years that I've been the chief, and I don't recall a time that we've had an active shooter situation like this. So it's definitely it's a bad night for Southport.
So the suspect is due in court tomorrow, so we'll likely learn a lot more facts in this case then. And the local DA says that they are exploring the possibility of the death penalty.
So I'll say this because everybody got something to say, but until the president and other powerful political leaders come out and call for peace and they stop pointing fingers back and forth at each other, this ain't going to stop. It's not going to stop. They're going to have to come out and call for peace. There's going to have to be a moment of silence. You guys are going to have to calm America down because right now this thing is like a powder cake. And it's been going on and on and on. I told you all the way back to those Minnesota lawmakers. And before that, you had some other issues. What was it? The governor's here in Pennsylvania house was set on fire. Like there's a lot of stuff, gangster stuff going on behind the scenes, political gangbanging going on behind the scenes amongst very powerful political people, man. And I'm not making this stuff up. The president himself came out and blamed the radical left, right, for a lot of atrocities that's been happening. And the radical right is, the radical left is blaming the radical right for these things. So right now, U.S. citizens are being unalived now. Now what are they going to do about it? And it's happening back to back to back to back to back. What are they going to do about it? Huh? So this guy, man, listen, this guy, man, I don't even, at this point, I don't even know. Like, I'm telling foundational Black Americans, stay home, stay out of the way. I don't wish this on nobody. I don't even care if it's happening in W America. They don't deserve to be losing their lives like this either. Nobody deserves to be losing their lives. It's like we want peace, but peace is illegal in this country, right? So y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. Another mass shooting. Like I said, that was yesterday, and then you just had another one at a church where a guy drove his car into the church, got out, waited for the people to come running out and open fire on him. This is W, folks. This ain't Chicago. No. Right? So y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till next time, peace.